Hi guys! So today we are going to do a reading about the year ahead, which is 2022. This video was created in December 2021, so whatever was happening or is happening in your life currently basically is, if continuing on that route, is going to be how that affects 2022. So it's basically just about what you can expect based on your current situations, your current life, and the path that you're on right now, or in December 2021. We have 3 piles here. So on the left side, or where the black stone is, which is obsidian, we have pile 1. The second pile is a quartz crystal, and that is pile 2. And then the last one on the right is pile 3, and the crystal there is called RAINBOW FLUORITE. I don't usually ask this, but I guess I will because it seems like everyone who has people do ask. So if you guys wouldn't mind, like this video, subscribe, check out my channel, and if you enjoy it, leave a comment. You can check out my blog at www.inlakenslabyrinth.com. Go ahead and go to your pile after you have made your decision. See you there. Hi, pile 1. So we are going to shuffle all of your cards on camera today except for the one that you chose. And I actually have no idea what it is, just so you guys know. So let's shuffle these a few times. So these are the magical Nordic tarot cards. And these are, it says that these are inspired by Nordic legends that explore your past, present, and future. So these are kind of perfect for this reading. So this first card is going to represent you currently. Okay. That is you currently. That is you currently. That is your first future card. So, 2. Alright, so first we have the King of Cups. Then we have the Queen of Wands. And for next year, we have the Knight of Cups. Okay. Okay, so I find it really interesting that currently you are in Cups, Wands, and Swords. So that means that with King of Wands here, or I'm sorry, King of Cups here, this says that you are, whatever emotional state that you're in, it's very solid. It says that you're very stable as far as your emotions go. you have mastered whatever you're feeling right now. So there's probably no like turmoil or anything that you're dealing with emotionally, okay? Yeah, so you're very grounded there, very balanced. And then here we have the Queen of Wands. So wands are all about passion, they're about creativity, they're about hobbies, interests, things that you just really love to do. And then swords are all about the mind or thoughts or, anything as far as your mentality goes. Now, the Nine of Swords is about conflict or about not finding a means to an end, basically. So the King of Cups talks mostly about being very comfortable in your emotional self or very confident in your emotional intelligence or being a master of your own emotions. So currently, you're at a place where your emotional life is very healthy. You're not really concerned with too much emotion. You're not really looking for any dramatic effect in your emotion. If you're in a relationship, you're probably very solid emotionally, as far as you know. If you're not, I would assume that you're probably not really looking for anything exactly. But we'll get to that in just a moment as far as next year. And then we have the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is someone who's also kind of, has almost mastered their creative ability or their artistic ability or their ability to create, their ability to discover their own passions and lead with their feet. They don't delve too much in their desires. They're, this person is very well controlled as far as their desires and their passions. They're not letting it overtake them. They're not using it too much. They're not overusing it. It's just somebody who is very aware of themselves in that area of their lives. Yeah. And by the way, so bunnies always represent fertility, and wands are about creation, so there's a chance that I would say maybe one or two of you who watch this will be pregnant, or are pregnant, or was just recently pregnant. But like I said, that's only a couple of you. I'm getting some other messages here, but I feel like there's maybe quite a bit more of you watching this video than usual, so I'm gonna let that go. I'm just gonna let that slide off because it's kind of overwhelming. Okay, if it comes back to me strongly, I'll bring it up again, but anyway, let's move on. So, the Nine of Swords. So, at the bottom, I forgot to tell you, so this one says understanding, this one says passion, this one says mental conflict. It's also in reverse, so I would say that this year, or presently, you have dealt with a lot of stress. So although you've been very emotionally solid, you've had a lot of mental conflict going on most likely, and it could come up as anxiety for some of you. It could come up for fear for a lot of you. But I think for the majority of you, it's probably about stress. So you've been emotionally solid, you've been solid in your passions and your desires, really. But you've also had a lot of stress in your life, and I would say most likely it's due to finances. It's due to not being able to take all that you've built up and use it and make money from it, or be able to utilize it in the way that you like, and it's stressing you out because perhaps it's putting too much pressure on you, it's creating too many fears in your life that are just unnecessary. And so, yeah, it's just been kind of heavy in that area. So as far as next year, okay, so here's the thing. So these two are reflective of one another, okay? Obviously we have two cups, we've got two rainbows, and we have two nines, okay? So these two are facing each other, and these two are opposing each other.
these two are, you know, it's like they're looking in a mirror. Also, they both have, so it's like the older self and the younger self. So this could mean a few different things, especially since there are definitely more than one of you watching this video. So fish are all about, well, let's use the Bible for example. Fish are used as a way to feed people, as a way to eat, to fill the hunger, okay? Rainbows are about liberation or about freedom. And I want to say that this is about emotional liberation. Okay, so although this person has mastered their emotions, what I mean by that is that what has been going on in your life currently, you've mastered, right? However, when the wheel turns and something comes along and bumps into you, how prepared are you for all that you've mastered to kind of wobble a bit and open up this new endeavor in your life to weaken that part of you for a moment so that you can be built up stronger again. You know, this is just inevitable in life. It's something that's going to happen time and time again. So I just want to let you know that right now what I'm seeing is somebody who may begin to fantasize, somebody who may form a crush, somebody who may fall in love, who may begin to discover some new emotions they didn't know they were capable of having anymore, or be really shocked when, you know, something comes along and now they're suddenly, you know, on wobbly knees, because it looks to me like something is going to stir that part of you again. So notice how he's holding the cup up. He's very confident, right? But the knight is holding his down. And I would say most likely this is due to fear. This is due to uncertainty, the fear of being turned away, the fear of maybe someone not wanting you the way that you want them, or the fear of, you know, just looking into yourself emotionally. Okay, and then I'm going to move on over here to the nines. So you have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords, you know, it's about mental, your strife, your struggles mentally. The Nine of Pentacles is not reflective like the cups are over here. They're opposing each other. So whatever has been causing you stress recently, it looks to me like within the next year, it's possible that you may experience some rewards, especially with the world here. So, you know, I'm going to move over here to these four. So we've got passion. We have mental conflict from, you know, not being able to use it in a proper way, in a sustainable way. We have gratitude that's opposing the stress. And then we have the world. Okay, now the world is in reverse, so what this tells me is that you're not seeing the big picture. You're not able to see currently the end result. You're not able to see the light at the end of the tunnel, but there is one, because I'm showing the world and gratitude. So basically, you just have to keep your chin up and keep going, because if you can do that, you'll start to see a light soon. It's coming. All right, now let's grab some of these. These are the Black Moon Astrology cards. So maybe we can get some astrological, some time frames, or some houses to see where these things might unfold, some planets to see what they may have to do with. Right. So let's grab 3 of these. 3. Okay. I like how this is the first one that comes up and it says abundance, Jupiter. Right above gratitude, abundance. Oh, wow. And then we have the mind. Oh, and friends. How crazy is that? Okay, I'm going to put this here. Okay, because the world, abundance. So maybe someone in your friend group who some feelings may start to happen for. Maybe someone that you're close with. Maybe it's already started. Maybe it's not that deep yet, but it might get there. Okay, and then we have Mercury. Obviously, this is a sword. Swords are all about the mind. Mercury is all about the mind. So this just tells me I really want to put these two together because it's just like these two in this one. Jupiter, abundance. It's also about philosophy. It's about integrating ideals. Mercury is also about communication. So perhaps you need to talk to someone about your stress. Perhaps you need to think less and, start thinking about your pressures in life, your fears in life, and all these things in a more philosophical sense so that you can unravel it and get to the very, very bottom of what is making you feel these things mentally and what is causing this frustration. Okay? So it didn't exactly give me any time frames, but I could say that perhaps, let's see, I've got an 8 here, a 3 here, and a 7 here. Also, so about March, perhaps, July, and August. So I think that you're going to struggle with your mental conflict, maybe up until March. And then sometime in the middle of the year, something's going to happen, I think. Maybe you're going to have an aha moment. Maybe something's going to clear up. Maybe you're going to get offered something. And then following that, as soon as things become solid in your life, I think that these emotional currents kind of rise up somewhere in your friend group or someone that you know. If that is what it is, it could be something totally different, but I only assume that because of the 2 cards that I got, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship or feelings for another person. It could really be any emotional endeavor. It could be just bonding with a friend. It could be really anything, a friend opening you up. It really just depends on which one of you I am speaking to directly, in which I'm not speaking to any of you directly, but you understand. Alright, guys. I've got 2 more for you. These are the Universe Has Your Back cards. And that will conclude our reading for today. There's nothing sexier than my authentic truth. There you go. This one says, I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe. Gratitude. Gratitude. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to receive this fear, mental conflict, through the eyes of the teacher of love. There you go. So maybe that's it right there. Maybe you've mastered your emotions, or so you thought you did. So much so that something needs to shake you. Something needs to shake you. So very soon, your mind will be free, but your heart will be swept away. There's nothing to fear. Be excited. Life is coming for you this year. Pile 1. It's a big year for you. It is an exciting, exciting year for you, I think. Yes, it is. Oh, and by the way, obsidian. Obsidian is a crystal that one uses to protect themselves and to cleanse themselves. But mostly it is a protective crystal. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Alright guys, well, I hope that was helpful to you, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hi, pile 2. So if you chose the quartz crystal, then this is your reading. So the first thing that I'm going to do is, other than the first card, I will be shuffling all of your cards on camera. So that's the one that you chose. And then we are going to choose 2 other ones for your present self and 3 for your next year, 2022. Okay. That was way too many. There's so many that want to come out. You've been a busy bee this year. Because these cards are like, pick me, pick me. Feeling a lot of like nervous or aggressive energy suddenly. Are you clumsy? Why am I so clumsy suddenly? One more. Okay. So the first one we've got is King of Wands. Ooh, yep, okay. Action. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Charity. Generosity. Okay. Oh, another 7. 5. Get a lot of wands. So yeah, you are fiery, you are busy, you are passionate. Okay, so the King of Wands specifically is someone who is, very hardworking, is not afraid to get dirty, but at the same time, he's a king, he's a leader. He knows that what he's doing is good enough, is well enough to basically be the boss. But for some reason, with this Seven of Pentacles, because it's in reverse and it says faith, I would say that you're losing faith in whatever you're doing. This could be a job. This could be a relationship. If you are a man in a relationship or in a job, then this could mean that you're being too domineering or that you're having too many expectations and you're not willing to give. Or it could mean that you have a female in your life that is being too dominating over you, or you have a job where you're not getting noticed and it's frustrating. And basically it's just coming down to you feel like you're giving too much and you're not seeing any results, and that's quite frustrating. This is not a traditional tarot card, so I'm going to look in here and see what it says for this one, because I've actually never seen this before. The goddess Freya is thought to have had a magical necklace known as a Brisingamen that made her irresistible to men. This means giving, kindness, compassion, and independence. It says, what you give, you will receive. Charity is a card of compassion and self-care. Like a cat, well known for its independence, this card encourages you to rely on yourself rather than others for the love and nurturing you seek. Acts of kindness, both to yourself and others, are essential now. Gifts and thoughtful gestures from others are equally likely. Your intuition may be heightened, and your desire to paint or write may be strengthened too. Days spent alone will recharge your energy. This card can also signify the need to spend time with animals. Okay. It depicts a blue cat. It's very interesting. Okay. So, what I'm seeing for you next year is that these battles, these defenses, I see you turning them in. You're just like, you know what? I've lost all my energy. I've lost my patience. I'm sick of this. Cards on the table. I need to start over. I need a new beginning. Now this may be, or it may feel like a risk. It may totally feel like a risk. But it seems necessary for you, because if you don't, it's just going to continue. These defenses, these battles, this competition for recognition, this, this dick measuring contest. And even if you're a woman, it's the same for you. It's literally no different. If you're in a relationship with a domineering man, and it makes it like, because women can be demasculated. Oh my god, I can't even say the word. Demasculinated? I don't know. I guess, some women do need that kind of, especially like alpha women, some men can really make women feel too submissive. And that can be daunting and frustrating as well. So if that's something that you're struggling with, and you just can't anymore, then you just can't, man. So, you know, I wish that I had more to say this, because it's going to be, you know, kind of hard. But it's totally necessary for you, it looks like. There's just something in your life that is very powerful. It's like taking so much of your energy. It's very draining. Like I said, when I started shuffling your cards, I felt anxious and aggressive. And it was not a good feeling. So we're going to take the Black Moon Astrology cards. Oh no! And we're going to pick a few of these. Maybe we can get a little bit more insight. I had one turnover. Oh my god. Faith. Wow. Okay, that's too weird. Balance. Ooh, yeah, so for a lot of you, it's that masculine, that feminine. I knew that was going to fall out. Don't know why, I just feel like this one needs to come out too. Life debts. We have any more? Ugh. So yeah. Endings and beginnings. Okay. Trying to figure out where to put these. I balance. Roots. Life's debts. Okay. So for a moment I thought about putting these two back because I couldn't figure out how to interpret them. I feel like there's a couple of you also that are maybe going from age 32 to 33. I don't know why that matters. But maybe around your birthday, something will happen. Something a little dramatic. Something very necessary. 33 might be your year of transformation. The 9th house is about philosophy. It's about deep understanding. It is about integrating other cultures, other religions, other ways of living, and learning about it. It's also about teaching. So it's about long-term education or long-term understanding, being a long-term student, basically. So like I said, I was going to put these two back because I was like, well, how do these even go here? But the fourth house is about family, it's about roots, but it's also about your home. So I think that something about your home life might change. Maybe you'll move. Maybe when you do this new beginning, it's going to be like a whole new beginning for you. Maybe you're going to move like across the globe. Maybe you're going to move across the street. I don't know. But I know that it's going to have a major impact on you. Well, I don't know that for certain, but that's what I'm seeing currently. And then life's debts. This to me says that you have been living out or are still living out your south node. So if you don't know what a south node is, it is basically if you believe in past lives and things like that, it's basically where your soul has already been, what you've already done, what you've already learned, what you've already been through. So this tells me that whatever struggle that you're having right now, or whatever karmic cycle you've been in, is coming to a close, perhaps. Also with roots. This could be something ancestral, this could be something in your DNA. And maybe you're here to balance it. And that's why you're so anxious and so aggressive, because, like, you know, it's just like you're born this way, but you've had something in you that's like, okay, something's gotta give, something's gotta change. I just can't keep living like this. I just can't keep, you know, doing what everybody else does. I just can't not be a leader. I just can't, you know, I've just gotta be me. I've just gotta live. I've just gotta do what I want to do. I just gotta follow my own beat. And if that's the case for you, then yes, break through. Please. Move forward. It's time. It's time for you to forge your own path. Yeah. Alright. Last I have the Universe Has Your Back cards. We're going to grab a couple of these. Just get a little inspiration for you. Let's give her one more. Energy. You're running out of energy. Energy flows where my intention goes. Yes. Yes. You can't want this, but subconsciously want to be elsewhere. It just won't happen for you that way. It just won't. When I think I've surrendered, surrender more. When you think you've laid all your cards on the table, put everything you own on the table. When you shed a tear, fall with your forehead to the floor and weep. Surrender. And when you can do that with the best intentions and love for yourself, things will transform around you. Be true to yourself. Follow your feet. Alright guys, I hope that was helpful to you in some way, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hi Pile 3. So if you chose the Rainbow Fluorite, then this is your reading. Look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to shuffle your magical Nordic tarot cards. So the first one down here is your present self. I'm going to shuffle and pick 2 more for your present self. This is the only one that I did not shuffle on camera, but I have not looked at it yet, so. So like I said, we're going to pick 2 for your present self, and then we're going to pick 3 for 2022. And then we're going to do a couple more decks. So these for your present self. I don't know why these are so hard to shuffle. They're really long. There we go. I think that's it. So the first one we have is 2 of Pentacles in reverse, 3 of Pentacles in reverse, okay, 6 of Cups in reverse, generosity or charity, wow, okay, okay. Have you been very stagnant? Have you been stuck? It looks like you've given up in some ways. Did you when did you stop chasing your dreams? That's what I want to know. When did you decide to stop making memories? When did you stop making the effort to rise above? When did you decide that it wasn't worth it anymore? Why is this reading so heavy right now? It looks to me like you used to be a very ambitious individual, a very hungry, thirsty for life individual, a very noticeable, memorable individual. And now you, I don't know what's happened, but something has given you a pause and a need for to just be released from the world. But I think that above all, you may just need to slightly change your sense of perception to see that your dreams can be achieved, you can be recognized, and you can still make happy memories moving forward. And I think that you can do this by giving, by receiving, and by taking the noose off your neck. It's like you don't want anything from anyone, but you also don't want to take anything either. It's like you've decided that you've seen so many harsh realities in the world that you can't even bear the thought of taking from anyone else, but you won't give either because it's also been hard on you. And it's like you're only seeing black and white. And this is why you're feeling so stuck. Because you've forgotten how to appreciate yourself and others, because you don't want anything and you don't because you having a hard time here. If you have not been genuinely depressed, then this is not your reading. Because who I'm talking to right now is someone who has been either very blocked and feeling very empty, or someone who has been in very dark places. I've just sat here for a really long time because something like drew me into this candle, and I just started staring at it for a long time, and I just started thinking really deeply, and I was like, I literally got stuck there, and all I can say is that my hands are tingling for whatever reason, and I'm feeling very uncomfortable right now. I'm lightheaded, kind of dizzy. And I don't feel like I need to continue. I feel like I need to stop this reading. I don't know why. I feel like I'm being called to say, this is not a ploy. This is not a ploy. Okay? I'm being totally authentic here. If you're good at reading energy, you'll know that I'm being honest. If you would like to continue this reading with me, because this is a very sensitive one, I don't know. It's making me very uncomfortable. Because I'm getting a lot of really overwhelming energy here. If you want to continue this reading with me, you're more than welcome. The link is down below to my blog. My email is down below. You can email me, you can go to my blog, and we can finish this one-on-one, online, through like a video thing, or we can even do it over email. I just don't feel like I need to record any more of this video. And I hate that, because I feel really bad, because I know that you came here expecting more than this, and I really hope that you find it. I just can't. I don't know. That was very strange. I'm not even sure if I'm going to post this at all. I don't know, that's got me feeling so strange. I want to at least grab one card for you. I'm getting the chills just doing that. At least some inspiration. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. Perhaps that's to me as well. There's a lot of blue in this reading. That's another thing. And that wasn't, that's not why I stopped it. It's just because there's just feelings that I got. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. See, that's the key words to me right there. That's why I have to stop this reading, because powerful presence. That is a confirmation to me that something that I just felt was a very powerful presence. A very depressive, heavy presence. And that might be key to you as well. And perhaps both of us need to, after I do this video and after you have came here, need to seek love, prayer, if you do so, contemplation, and stillness. I'm so sorry, guys, that I have to cut this short. I really am. Like I said, if you would like to book with me, please do so. I would love to help guide you in the next direction, if I can. Hopefully I'll talk to you guys soon.